Got a shoot, I got shooters. I know I'm cooler than the cooler. I know this way you keep your alcohol. I know that I'm about the ball. All of my niggas are savages. Mean up the bone like some scavengers. I know that them fly, I got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the majesty like Merlin. And the boss like a Laker, Irvin. Should've kept it clean like this detergent. Watch the shit, I done let the cat up out the bag. I get naked and let the dick out the sack. Let it breathe, get some air. Baby please, I'm already there. Decadent creamery everywhere. I represent me, it's a love affair. Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Carry down with the team if you weren't prepared. Hey, this is my style. I do it to get some attention. Hey, the crowd going wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making retire, no pension. I just get the bread out the food. Apply sandwich bread and make it smooth. My movement gon' move, that's the move. The only option not to lose. Hey, never been scared, you ain't prepared. I ain't sorry. Your breezy clearly walked the ass over here. I ain't sorry. Mad cause you think I ran out with your beer. I ain't sorry. You trippin' cause you think I stole your career. I ain't sorry. Hey, you ain't feeling me, no apologies. I ain't sorry. Hey, sorry not sorry. Hey, I ain't sorry. I don't even feel that bad, my nigga. I ain't sorry. Give no fucks about your ass, my nigga. I ain't sorry.
Yo, y'all ever see that Bugs? Oh, my bad. Welcome to Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie. I am Jessie Sponberg, the last rational, sane thinker on this planet. This planet full of just crazy people who just care about the dumbest shit. Sometimes, man, I just want to look at people and the things that they value or the things that they think are important and just try to put together an intervention so that they will stop eating the rations that the rest of us might end up needing later on. The rest of us are going to eat that food after you die, sucker. After you wasted your whole life just watching Dancing with the Stars. Or watching goddamn football. Why the fuck do you care about a dude that threw the ball to another dude that caught the ball and they're both wearing little costumes and the one guy's running and the other guy's running, and does he tackle him? Does he not? We're dying to know. No, we're not. Who the fuck cares? And I know you're like, damn it, Jessie. There's 4 fucking minutes in the show, and you've already said the F word 3 fucking 4 fucking whoops 5 times. Sorry, church kids. I ain't feeling it today. Sons and daughters. Sons and daughters, are you feeling me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down today? Because I am like... Okay, let me explain why I'm so angry today. And look, it ain't even got nothing to do with you football guys. Look, I ain't even mad at you for being football guys, right? I'm just mad at Mitch McConnell. This angle's killing me. Can we go back to a normal angle? Yo, man, it was hard to be up in Home Depot last night lamp shopping. My bad. Yeah. We are rocking the quad screen, green screen. You don't know because nobody's doing this. Had I known nobody's doing it, because I looked on the internet and tried to find somebody else. I was like, yo, can I find somebody to show me how to rock quad cam, green screens? Because I'm the dumbest kid in my damn class. How am I the one figuring this shit out while all the cool kids are ignoring me, right? The cool kids, it's like when I ran for mayor. I got no business being in this podcast community. I'm the black sheep. They're like, what do you mean you got a podcast with 4 cameras? Look, get out my face, man. I'm just rocking the quad cams. Okay, so look, I turn on the news this morning just long enough to hear Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer says the American people need $2,000. So I'm imploring upon you guys to pass this bill with no debate and no objection. What say ye? And then Mitch McConnell said, object. I swear to God. That's all I heard. And then I just got just the fire in my eyes, right? And I was like, you know, hell was specifically made. Am I on the wrong camera? Am I yelling at the wrong camera? Hold on. Hell was specifically created for people like Mitch McConnell. But really it was created for us so that we would be able to reconcile the influence of evil people like Mitch McConnell, right? Because otherwise, how can you live every day? How can you just be like, well, that's fine. You have to believe in eternal and internal. Internally, you have to believe eternally in justice, right? Okay, look, before I get too far, let me just remind you guys that if you want that edgy gear, go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. That's standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. SUFB. Go get that edgy shit. Tell them you heard about it on Coffee and Bonghits, and you can get free shipping. Hopefully by now you guys are all watching this show on urbansurvivorman.com. It might not be up there right now because I just realized I forgot to put it up there today. But I spent some time last night with Alex and we simplified my format a little bit, made it a little easier to tolerate. So now would be a good time to take my black and white advice. Renting space in cyberspace, renting an apartment from Zuckerberg is no safer than renting an apartment in Portland, Oregon. Your rents keep going up, your accommodations keep going down, the neighborhood keeps getting worse. What all of you should be doing is going and getting yourself a nice little condominium that you own or a little piece of land in cyberspace so that your product can really exist on its own. And then you can still leave your real estate and go dabble with the commoners, right, in social media, but you can always come back and they can never take it away. So for that, check out my man Alex at Total Market Exposure. Man, if y'all thought I was lying, also shout out to Amy Crash for being back, but shout out to the entire movement crew. Hey, yo, it's Jessie Sponberg. I'm rocking with the movement. You can too. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. only on KBOO, KBOO 90.7. That's right. Okay, what time is it? I got a little schedule I've been keeping. It's 10:10, so now is the part of the show where I'm supposed to remind you guys that this world that we live in is 2 worlds at minimum. At minimum. It's important to remember 2 of them, though. One of them is inside the aquarium. That's the world that you live in. If you just wake up, grab your phone, immediately upon waking up, you just wake up, grab your phone, and boom. Now you're looking at the aquarium. And then you're stuck in the aquarium because that's just what you decided to do. You woke up, you went on autopilot. You are now just in the matrix going through the motions. That's okay. Sometimes that's a real dope strategy, especially if you got to work like a 60-hour week or if you got to put in a lot of manual labor. It's cool to just check out and put yourself in co-pilot mode because then next thing you know, you just snap back out of it and it's been a week or whatever, right? So, man, my bad. I don't got the logo up. then it's been like a week or so. But the sweet deal is that you could take your brain. Okay, my bad. I was distracted doing some producing. Okay, your brain is like a car. It's a piece of machine. It's mechanical. It responds to buttons and impulses and stimuli, right? But your mind is eternal. Your mind operates outside time and space. Your mind can just jump around, bounce around. Your mind can go relive your 4th birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese over and over and over again. Or the time that you won the trophy in Little League. Or the time you beat the Park Rangers with the Occupy Portland softball team. Right? There's a lot of highlighted moments that you can go back to if you need to. But your mind is infinite. So take your mind up out of your brain and walk it around the back of the car, climb in the driver's seat, and then remind yourself that you are the driver of the story of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's okay to be the co-pilot. Sometimes it's okay to be in the passenger seat, but then you're the last one to know where you're going. When you're in the driver's seat, man, you get to control the stereo. You get to control the windshield wipers. You get to control the temperature. You get to control the brakes. Whatever you want, you're the boss of, right? Because it's your car. You are the author of the story of your life. Does that make sense? Okay, so look, normally we used to play right now, we would play some Hall & Oates. But, boom, I ain't trying to get in trouble like that. Boosh, 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 boosh. So, we're going to start doing some other things where Josh McCoskey just plays Hall & Oates for us. But that's not going to start until the new year, I assume. Or else I probably would have already had it. Okay, so the last thing I want to tell you guys is super important too. And this is a real skill, so I'm going to just go to the one main screen so you can soak this up. When you're presented with new information, when you're presented with a decision, you know the answer. Before you even ask yourself, what is the answer? You know the answer. Who do you want to live with, mom or dad? Mom, you know the answer right away. Who are you in love with? You know the answer right away. What's your favorite team? You know the answer right away. Do you like the president? You know the answer right away. And then the world throws everything else on you, right? The world gives you a million considerations. Society that has broken us down and browbeaten us to the point where we're second guessing our every decision. Society has done that to us, right? So it's now 10:15. This is the part of the show where I want to thank everybody who has just now found us this year, this new year, 2021, and you found our episodes on either, what are we on these days? We're everywhere. Pandora, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, the 5 Radio XL, Urban Survivor Man, .com. That's where you should be just going for everything. If you go to urbansurvivorman.com right now, I'll show you guys a little bit later how you can do it, but if you go there right now, you can subscribe to our RSS feed. I can't believe I know what these words mean. Okay, anyways, it's not hard to find it. Just start looking for Coffee and Bong Hits anywhere with Jessie and with my next guest, Josh Larsen. But where are we going to fit Josh? Oh my God, look, all these Jessies are everywhere. All right, let's Let's get rid of some of these fake ones, man. This is like the Eminem video. Boom, 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 boom.
Whoa, this guy, man.
Yeah, there's lots of me.
No blue screen, the fresh haircut. Woo.
Yo, G, I seen you had Amanda Lynn Deal on your show.
Yeah, I talked to Coach about the year, man. I love her, man. This is great. We talked about it. She's one of the first time I saw perform to the show. Local time.
I love her. She's not only is she a funny person, but she's an incredible person, right? She's thoughtful and she's kind and she has good perspective.
Yeah, she's great. That was awesome. I get to hear kind of her take on how to do forward to the awesome. She's a great person.
Man, let me see something. I feel like your audio is lagging a tiny bit. Yeah, okay. Nick said it too, so it's not just me. What's up, Nicholas? Mr. Goodroad. Hey, please tell your lovely spouse, Nick, that I still need that fish poop water. Erica's happy to see Josh.
How's that mic volume a little bit?
Boom! You sound fantastic now.
There we go.
What did you do? Plug in your microphone? That's what I did earlier.
Just adjusted a few settings. That's the problem with like not knowing what you're doing when you're playing with things. Is sometimes you make them worse when you think you make it better, and then you find out at the wrong times, like on a show.
Man, I'm the dumbest kid in every one of these spaces that I go when I try to talk about this, and then because I don't speak all their technical languages, they discount my contributions, and so they don't want to help me, right? They think I'm too much of a visionary. They're like, we don't want to talk about stuff like that. We just want to discuss whether the Model 4.3 microphone is really better than the 4.2. Like, what? Out of my face, nerds. I'm tired of finding that everywhere I go. Just nerds. And not the cool kind, not like X-Men nerds. Okay, look, I gotta take this bong here real quick, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. As you guys might or might not know, every day I take a bong hit, right about, 10:15, 10:16, 10:17 sometimes. Anyways, it's brought to you by Anteaters. Hey kids, are you looking for an environmentally friendly pest remediation solution that you can cuddle and call your very own? Try Anteaters. Anteaters will keep your home safe from a variety of nefarious pests. We're talking the tsetse fly, which spreads malaria. We're talking the Zika virus mosquitoes. We're talking giant centipedes so big they get you pregnant. So yeah, anyways, tell your parents to buy you an anteater for Christmas next year. Or get you one right now that somebody's already returned.
There's got to be a holiday sale going on, like the after holidays. So yeah.
Yeah, take backs. I don't think there's take backs on giant centipedes. Giant centipedes are real too, by the way.
Yeah, any bug that's bigger than a quarter for me is not okay. I'm not down. I saw on TikTok there was like this ant that was this, I don't know, a huge ant, and that drove me nuts. I know it's an ant; it can't hurt me, but at the same time, I would scream and run.
Man, I try to tell people every day, watch out for the corner store lighters. This is probably, I don't know, like, if you're listening to this on a podcast right now, and you're in, like, Bangladesh, are you like, this sucks because I can't see him take a bong hit, and he's probably faking it? Or do they think that it's great because somewhere in the world there's a dude just getting super chiefed with his homies and drinking an energy drink with super creatine? And oh, sorry, they didn't pay me. With super creatine.
There is that little bit as a stoner where if you watch a show and they smoke at the same time that you smoke or you hear that, you're like, yeah, we're doing it together. Yeah. Doesn't matter where it could be an old episode of Cheers or something, even they don't smoke on Cheers, but you know what I mean.
I was gonna say they smoke on Cheers.
I wish that would be the greatest Cheers ever.
Yeah, those dudes were like cop lovers on Cheers. Really, they were the homies, but
I mean, but they know your name, so that's fantastic.
yeah, they do know your name, just like the freaking cops. That's why everybody knows your name, because they have surveillance going on out of that bar. That's all those people in the background are all undercover cops at Cheers.
Why have we not seen a spin-off show like that where it was like a place was actually bugged and we got to watch the back scene of the people being like, all right, let's use this data. I would love a spin-off show like that.
Isn't that what the child molester show is? Like, come on in, sit down.
Chris Hansen, I love that guy.
Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Like, fuck! It's Chris Hansen. Oh, God. How did you do nothing? I know, he did something. How come you got 6 wine coolers? Hold on, wine coolers come in 4-packs, huh? I don't even know why. This isn't the angle I want to go at all. Holy shit. What are you guys smoking this morning so I can pull this graphic off? Tell me now. I'm taking the graphic down. So tell me where they can find your show again, Josh, before I ask you this question. I felt like I didn't let you plug your show enough.
Oh, it's on just on YouTube. My YouTube page, Josh Larsen. It's called Dying on the Inside. But if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, I post it all on there too. I'm just sitting down talking with different entertainers of the year and seeing what 2020 was actually been like. You know, I feel like we don't get to be open with each other as much now because it's not face to face. There's something about it's easier to lie to a computer screen than it is to a face. So it's nice to hear people's story and what they really think.
Don't let me scare you now. What? So now I gotta ask you, like, which one is better? Because then we're gonna do this, and then we'll pull.
Did I lose audio?
Boom.
Ooh.
Hold on. Now we got the right mic. Hold on. Shit. Okay. I think.
Oh, I lost it again. See, I thought it was me.
I might need to go. No. You know what? Let me. Too much messing around right now. I'll pull this. I know this will work. There we go. This. Hey, the best way to find out that people are paying attention to your show is to do something wrong. They'll be like, "Hey, there's no olives on my lasagna," and you're like, "Oh shit, sorry, I've been working 16-hour days. You forgot my olives," and you're like, "Shit, let me bring you a bunch of olives." So like, "I'm allergic to olives. I just want to point out that you didn't add them." Like, oh, so. I think all my olive loving friends can. So sorry if you are listening to this for the very first time on either iTunes, iHeartRadio. Fuck, dude, I don't know. We're on like 20 of them now. Hey, what sucks is the ones that won't let you on it. The ones that are like, "Sorry, G, we looked at your shit. You ain't that fresh." And it's just like, oh, god damn it.
That's the motivation, man. You got to prove them wrong. Come back strong.
Man, some of them got some really lofty ceilings, man. When I hit those ceilings, I'm like, I won't even fuck with you no more, G. I was only trying to mess with you right now because I'm a little scrub trying to get my shit out. But they aren't ready, man. They are not ready for conversations like we have. All right, Josh. So I talked to you yesterday about. I told you that I wanted to talk about when people get caught being racist. When people get caught being racist, I want them to get drugged. I mean, I want a marching band outside their house every fucking day. I want Sylvia called somebody, I don't know, whatever, right? In a parking lot, at a Walmart shop, right? And she knew she was on camera.
Mm-hmm. See, and that's
okay.
She knew what she was putting out to the world.
Right? Okay, look, we're gonna talk about this in like 2 minutes. Oh shit. I was supposed to go wow, that's crazy. I don't have a video queued up for today. I'm going to have to do that real quick. But first, before we can talk about... Yes, Adam, find us on Spotify. We're definitely on Spotify. Josh, are you on Spotify?
No, I'm not on Spotify. I got to look into that.
Bro, after we get done with the show, let's me and you talk.
All right.
I got you, G. I got you. It'll be dope. Okay, man, that's all I do these days. That's all I do. Any of you guys, you know what I learned? I learned the whole podcast profession is just a way for people to trick other people into getting podcasts and then making them pay you to help them. It's just another pyramid scheme. But not everybody, so we're going to break through that. All right. But the way you break through that is keeping it real with Red Panda. So you know what time it is. It's the bottom of the hour. This is Coffee and Bong Hits. That is Shut Up Stupid 13, also known in the hood as Josh Larsen. And this is Red Panda taking 4 bowls to the head. We're going to do the same thing, and we'll be right back. Say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so. Say that didn't just happen.
I always wonder, what was she better at? Kicking up bulls or unicycling? Because you know she was good at one of those and it led into the other.
My dude, tell it. Say more.
We got to find this lady.
Okay, look, so either she was a badass unicyclist, and then she was like, all right, I need to really step it up with this. I'm going to go with the bowl trick. And all the other unicyclists were like, what? You're crazy. No unicyclist has ever Bo Jackson into bowl flipping. You can't be the Deion Sanders of unicycling and flipping bowls, Red Panda. And she was like, watch. I'm going to be in more stadiums than Deion Sanders ever. More arenas than Bo Jackson ever. They're like, shut up, you unicycle dreamer. Okay, now hold on. Now, there's a whole different reality that she could have participated in. And that is, she could have been the world's best bowl flipper. And then what did they say to her?
Hey, you think you can do this on a unicycle? That to me is the more fun explanation. I'm gonna go with that until I talk with her. That she was just great at flipping bowls, and someone was like, "Hey, you should just try it on this." And she was great. The birth.
I feel like the fact that she stayed with 4 bowls for so long meant like the bowl flipping was locked in when she added the unicycling. Right? Because if she was unicycling first, then it would have started with 1 bowl, 2 bowls. And right now, she'd be flipping a whole 8-hour shift in the back room at Chevy's, right? Like, how many can you do? Like, watch her flip 86 bowls. And this poor old woman is just dragging one leg is just way bigger than the other as she every night, year after year, is just dragging this 20-piece cutlery set with bowls and carafes and like, oh, it won't stop. So I feel like she probably just was like, here's my thing. I do a 4 bowl flip. That's what I got. I got 4 bowls to flip.
Take it or leave it.
Can you do it on a unicycle? That's the only way that makes sense, man. Hey, let me tell people a little bit more about my show if you're just listening to it right now on iTunes or iHeartRadio or Pandora or in India. If you're listening to this in India, please tweet me. Let me know. Ozone 2016, OZONE 2016 on Twitter, or just find me anywhere. I'm just Jessie Sponberg, the dude with Coffee and Bong Hits. If you're in India, I totally want to talk to you more. But if you're anywhere and you listen to this the very first time, all of this is contained within the 5 Radio XL. So get that app.
New music coming up, and we're right back. Now this is G-Eazy, it's your boy, Yo God the King. These brand new, don't step on my business. I'ma hit.
All right, that was offensive to my senses. Don't forget about Flight Lounge. They got the best breakfast in the whole entire history of Portland, Oregon. You can get them to go during the pandemic from Chef Mark's Branch. Okay, and you can get their merch, obviously. Okay, yes, you missed the anteater. Okay, Marty says she thinks that she was unicycling first and then picked up the bowl flipping. I don't know. I wait till you see what I got for your asses in the new year. I got new Red Panda footage provided courtesy of my dear friend Aaron. And it's from inside the Rose Quarter under pink lights. And it shoots up to the Jumbotron for the close-up of the flip. You're not going to believe it. It's mind-blowing. You know what else is mind-blowing? And you know what else you're not going to believe? You're not going to believe that Nocturnal and Trunk Mob got together for our video of the day as hyped up by TV Superman Dean Cain that you've never seen before. You know Dean Cain from TV Superman?
Oh, man, Lois and Clark was amazing.
Right? Okay, so, well, he also had the stint as Ripley's Believe It or Not, right?
Oh, yeah. I also watched him in a movie where he beat up the Big Show, and I didn't believe that. It was a terrible
No way. Holy shit, hold on.
Hold up, wait a minute.
This isn't what I wanted. This ain't what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
Hey, what's going on? It's Dean Cain. So word has it that the Trump mob has hooked up with Doc. Believe it or not.
What a mess. Hold on, you missed the whole Dean Cain part.
Hey, what's going on? It's Dean Cain. So word has it that the trunk mob has hooked up with Knock. Believe it or not.
Yep. It's another one. Let's go. Alright. I pull up quick and smack you and your bitch. It's nocturnal, always on some gangster shit on 2-0 Crip. Punk, I'll take your hoe and dip. Put her ass on the blade cause I don't need her split. Hop out the whip, dripping from the birds I flip. Hey, my shit is fish scale, yours is stepped on. That Million Man March shit and get the fuck on. I get my fuck on and go the fuck on. You knew I was married, stay the fuck on my phone. This Long Beach nigga out of Portland, Oregon. You don't want static fool, who you frontin' on? Undefeated in the Octagon and the Thunderdome. My damn whole life was one of those day-to-days. Before you bitch niggas even knew what day-to-days was. Black Panthers, BGF, ESP. See tries, throw it up on real G.
I had to thank God. I woke up and still had guap. Let the low-lows hop from backside to side. Let the ass drop. If you trippin', catch shots. And we ain't missing, that's a red dot. Thought to make the West Coast pop. Trunk hop, hooked up with knife.
On my bullshit, I'm pointing like tests on a wall. And shorty like big balls, like a Burger King ball head. I make stats like a locomotive. I might just cop two if I like the price I'm quoted. Hop on the good foot, then I Wesley Piper. Chris Kyle of Service, the next American sniper. I'm a regular man, trapped in a Superman body. She's a good girl, I'm told, but with me, she acting out. It's a menagerie of pandering up and on an annually man. The fold I'm damaging, grinding like a transmission. Must be out of function like a spacey sprocket. Homeboy talking to me like that, knowing he out of pocket. I'm having a good time, but don't get me started. Been knowing to pull a missile about my guap, lil' naga. Believe it or not, I'll show your ass like Griffiths. Believe it or not, boy, I pop smoke, no hit.
I had to thank God. I woke up and still had guap. Let the low-lows hop from backside to side. Let the ass drop. If you trippin', catch shots. And we ain't missing, that's a red dot. About to make the West Coast pop. Trunk hop, hooked up with knife.
I got a bad girl that love the Kama Sutra. I see an 82 Buick Regal right in my future. I love them chrome springs on the Cussa Print. All my real low riders out there know what I mean. I got front, back, I can make it tilt. Please don't touch right there on the windowsill. Have you seen the grill on my Cadillac? It's classic. Tell me why the hell your rims look like they made out of plastic. And why your rap smell stank like sweaty sneakers on the ball court. What the hell you just standing there scratching up on your balls for? Man, these dudes, they be tripping. My fifth rim, hit more threes and Scott Pippen, I'm dipping. Blessed another day zone, head above gravestone. I remember back when moms was talking on that payphone. Thank me later and you don't know me nothing. I get it rockin', I ain't talking about Charles S. Dutton.
I had to thank God. I woke up and still had guap. Let the low-lows hop from backside to side. Let the ass drop. If you trippin', catch shots. And we ain't missing, that's a red dot. Thought to make the West Coast pop. Trunk hop, hooked up with knife.
Yo, that Bubble H is about to be everywhere with Bushwick Bill, Spice Wood, Keith Murray.
Believe it, because it's true.
Man, would TV Superman lie to you guys? I do not think so. I do not think so. Let's do this. What's up, Greg?
Good.
Shit. Hanging out with Josh Larsen at ShutUpStupid13. Yo, what's your Twitter handle, Greg?
At Gregory McKelvey.
That's exciting.
And yeah,
Hey, that's when you know you're a badass when you just name your shit after yourself. For real, it took me a long time to do that. I was like, when I was growing up, I was like, everybody's gonna know my rap name. Now it's like, man, my rap name just gets in my way now. Just find me at Jesse Sponberg everywhere. Sometimes I think that gets votes for SpongeBob SquarePants, but whatever, man. How's the family?
yeah, good. We went on the weekend. It's not like the pandemic trip, but like stay inside this nice house on the view each trip. So that was cool.
All right, so we got about 20 minutes. We can either talk about Mitch McConnell, or we could talk about this lady I saw yesterday that wanted her. It wasn't even hers. She wanted somebody else's iPhone from this hotel, and she was like, "He stole my iPhone." And they're like, "Why do you think that's your iPhone?" She goes, "Because it's my iPhone. Show me it's not my iPhone." And she was on video, and it was obviously she thought that the person had taken her phone because the person was black, and she was on the camera, so she didn't care. And then I get done with that one, and I turn and I see another video where this dude is just saying it right in front of the camera, and he doesn't care. So then I started thinking, well, really, what is the repercussions to these people? First of all, stop calling and getting these people fired, because staying home is fun. Make these people go to work. Do not get them fired. That is the dumbest shit ever. Make them go to work. Like, call their work and say, "Hey, Jim's a great employee. Could you make him show up early? Can you give him bonus hours? Make that fool get a harder job, longer hours." Anyways, but then eventually it just goes away and people forget. And people are like, "Oh, you might be memorialized like the Twisted Tea guy." Which, man, does that just go to show how crappy aluminum is these days? In the old days, you could hit somebody with a can like that and just knock them out, and then just go drink your tea. Now, because everything is so crazy, they just have that skinny ass aluminum that just explodes on people's faces. Like your tea's all over the damn. Okay. Then people on my Facebook this morning said those people should be forgiven, educated, and reformed. I don't know what you guys think.
I think that there's got to be a statute of limitations in the way of, like, our cells regenerate or whatever, and every 7 years you're a different person. In that way, you have to have an opportunity to grow. Now, I believe 5 of those years should be miserable. I'm down with people losing their job. I'm down all of that. But then you hit that 5-year mark, and Twitter has got to erase that video off, and we get a chance to see if this person grew. Because that's the same thing with the Me Too movement on some of the different comments that people make. And I go back to Kevin Hart when he didn't get to host some show because he made comments from a long time ago. I watched Kevin Hart from when he started, and he's a very different person and comic. From when he used to be called Little Kev, and he thought he was cool with that fun little nickname. He was Little Kev, but he grew and he changed. And we need that. I think racists should have that opportunity as well, at least.
Man. If you did the thing, this happened with some dude that was drafted by the NHL, where like they found old tweets from when he was like 16. So I think if you do the thing when you're really young, you should probably have like some grace where you're allowed back into civil society at some point. But if you're old, like, I don't think in 7 years you're going to be not racist. I believe the lesson that you learned is to not be racist on camera. Like, that person is still racist on the ballot box, right? Like, that person is still racist on whatever they're following and liking and, like, what pages. Like, the only lesson they learned is I'm not going to be racist when I could be filmed anymore, I feel like. And so... And then on losing your job, it depends on what your job is. I mean, like, if your job is like food delivery, I don't want a racist food delivery person coming to my door because, one, they might spit in my food, or two, they now know where I live and my name and stuff, and like can, like, if they see it in the news or something like that, like, they know. So it's hard. But the other thing with the people losing their jobs is people will be clearly very unhinged. Like, let's say that video of the guy who was yelling about the mask in like a Costco, and he was like, "I feel threatened." Like, that guy is unhinged. you cause that dude to lose his job, like that could be a mass shooter for sure. Because the reason why unhinged people don't just do unhinged shit 24/7 is because they have something to lose. If you start taking away everything they have to lose, for example, the like Jesse, you know how like all we were getting like these like 5 different or like 20 black people were getting these racist like death threat letters. We think we found who it was, and he was recently divorced. So it makes sense. Like he feels like I have less to lose because my family is now gone. If we out him and now he can't go back into civil society, now he really might do his threats because would have nothing to lose, doesn't have a job anymore. So there's like a fine line there, but I don't think that people become unracist after 7 years. Um, but part of the problem also is like, let's say, like if I showed somebody Eddie Murphy Raw, right? And they saw that, he'd be canceled for sure. He'd like all the way canceled. If you show somebody like Richard Pryor, they're canceled. But nobody's watching that right now. But like we all have in the back of our head some of those jokes and know like, damn, well, I could not tell that joke today. I would be super canceled.
Bro,
And
I can't even tell anybody how much I liked Unforgivable. like if I say give me some chicken sandwich and some waffle fries, to me that's like the very last piece of shit thing I'm just holding on to, right? What that smell like? I'm like, damn, that's not good. Hey, I'm gonna tell you guys something because I don't say this very often. You know, in 2010, I was making a point, and I was really drunk, and I was hosting a very important benefit, and I used the N-word in front of some people that I really respect. I used it casually, and I used it like the teenagers that I hang out with would. I had no excuse, and I let that fly, and I immediately was like, "Oh wow, look what I just said," and the community, they let me figure out what I did, fix what I did, absolutely never do that again. And I would hate for a marching band to be like, remember in 2009 at the Calabash when you said that?
if you did that in 2020, you probably have to go away forever. I mean, and also I feel like there's like this cognitive dissonance because everybody is like cool to be an abolitionist now, but everybody wants to be a cop themselves, and decide who gets to do what and where and be who and where they get to work and where you get to go. So it's like you're an abolitionist, but also you use police reports against people. You like are trying to decide who's guilty and who's not. You're not really an abolitionist. You just wish you were the cop instead. And so, if you're a true abolitionist, you have to believe that even like these people really like most abolitionists really believe we should not have jails at all. So, what do you do with like a Jeremy Christian who racistly murdered people on the Max train, right? Like, what sort of restorative justice exists for the worst people in our society? And obviously, the racist lady is not Jeremy Christian, but like we should have some form of accountability of like what you're talking about, where if you're accused of something, whether it be like a word, whether it be an action, whether it be you're at the wrong place at the wrong time, whatever it was, you should have the opportunity to like not just face your accuser, but also like work things out with your community and with the person that feels wronged to where everybody feels whole again. The problem is if the person that's accusing you of some shit doesn't want to engage in that, then what? Are you gone forever? I don't know.
That was gonna be my thing. Like I would wonder if death threats are a bit heavy on some things, but if somebody were to come afterwards, they wrote a horrible tweet or something and said, "Hey, look, I'm going through stuff. I really messed up. I stepped out. I see how wrong that is. I'm gonna work to get better." Is that something that people can actually do these days now, or is that gone?
I think that's gone. But I don't know if it's going to be forever because we've even seen people who got Me Too'd. Like, if you got Me Too'd at the wrong time, you're really, really gone forever. But there are people, like, let's say Aziz. Like, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. There was a point in time where we looked at everything in terms of the Me Too movement in the binary of you fucked up or you didn't, and if you fucked up, you're gone. But really, every single person knows that like raping someone is much worse than a sexist joke. Like those are, and there was a time where even saying that would be controversial, right? Maybe it still is. But I think like society has moved a little past that to where now we're able to say, yes, there are levels to how racist somebody is. Like saying the N-word is not as bad as shooting 13 people in a black church, right? Like, and you know, the punishments for those things should not just be equal. But there are people that have been accused of things when the Me Too movement was not like at its height, and they were able to just come back and be rehabilitated, like just because their accusations happened at the wrong time. And that can't be how we decide who gets to be in civil society and who isn't. Like just the timing of your accusation or of the crime or of like the bad thing that you did. That can't, because Aziz was super canceled for a while. And there were debates over like how bad what he did was, and it's not for me to say, but you know, they range from people saying he had a bad date to he was like a sexual abuser. But like that it was not, it was different than like Harvey Weinstein, and we have to be able to say that we don't live in a binary world where you're either a Me Too criminal or you're not. Like there's a spectrum of everything. There's just nothing is binary.
Okay, well then, so put this on your spectrum: a can of iced tea in the freaking mouth. Could you imagine hitting somebody in the mouth with a can and then not being knocked out? Holy shit. So here's the thing. That dude, one, did he deserve to get smashed in the face with the iced tea? And two, the comma, that's going to be forever. Like that meme is never going away. Ever, 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 ever. Like there was some, like the one lady, the original lady on her cell phone that become the meme, right? Like the lady that's calling the cops, that's forever. And then the lady choking her dog, that's forever. But getting smashed in the face with an exploding iced tea, and then never having punched anything and shaking your hands off like you were just in a fight. Like, what? I watched that video 50 times at least. Like, what is he shaking his hands for? I watch his hands the whole time. They never do nothing. He's just like, oh, man. I don't get it. Okay, put that on the spectrum then.
I mean, he absolutely deserved it. I feel like
Yeah.
that's just the given.
But can't we just reform him? Can't we just show him the error in his ways? Can't we show him how maybe he can
That's
grow?
Who's to say that all this public shaming that he's now gonna get doesn't help him in a way to become a better person? And it's all like, you don't know, but this could be one of those moments where 4 or 5 years later, he's still getting yelled stuff, and he's like, man, like I don't think that man ever says the word. I won't say ever again because he's going to tell the story for like a week and he's going to say it a bunch. But then after that point, he's going to stop because he's going to continue to get abused with this stuff. He'll live on it for a little bit, but then it'll turn so bad for him. I think we should at least have an opportunity to see if he does it.
But where and how? Like where would that occur? Like on a
See, that's the hard
Facebook
part.
Live tribunal? Like we don't have a mechanism for this.
I was trying to think of one, and I couldn't come up with one. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't do it. So that is the whole.
You're not alone. Nobody knows.
It's the hole in the
I'm just glad that Halloween is so far away so that everybody is not just walking around with a twisted T stuck to their face trying to be a Halloween. But this only shows people not to be racist, not to be racist, right? Because it's just going to make them sneakier. But you still have to do it, right? They need to be drugged a little bit. They need the mariachi band. The mariachi band is my favorite solution so far that I've seen to when this happens. Like, why is there a mariachi band out in front of your house? Well, it's a long story, but it involves me being racist. So, yeah. And then, but eventually people are going to forget about most of these people and they're just going to integrate back to society until somebody is like, at their new job is like, I can't put my finger on where I know you. You're the lady with the turd in the toilet in the selfie with the pink bra, right? You guys know that lady. If you've seen her, you'll be like, you had the turd in your toilet. Is that lady gonna be enough to dissuade everybody else from not flushing their toilet or not flushing their toilet, right? If you go to your friend's house and they got doo-doo stains on the back of their toilet that you can't pee off, because, you know, a good friend, you're just going to try to pee them off. But if you can't, do you rug them? Do you drag them? So many questions. Hey, look, you guys okay? We got 1 minute left. Tell me how you really feel.
I gotta say, there is that bit of this generation, the younger generation is growing up differently. And so a 30-year-old man seeing somebody get smacked in the face with tea because he said the N-word does not teach me not to say it, right? It teaches me not to do it on camera. But there are 12 and 13-year-olds at home getting on World Star and watching these videos, and they are learning things from that. Now, some of it, they think it's cool watching a dude get bashed in the face with twisted tea, and that'll never go away. But there is a bit that they're growing up seeing things differently than we did.
I think that's true, but also the negative side of that is that you know, because like I grew up where, you know, like at the tail end of MySpace, like when I first got a MySpace when it was like dying. And then when I had Facebook, it was still to the point where you didn't ever feel like anything you said on Facebook was like going to live forever and it might affect your job and stuff like that. But the kids now, they know like if I tweet some shit, like that might stop me from getting a job in 10, 20 years. But because of that, they're not allowed to like say stupid shit and have their friends say, yo, that was some stupid shit. And we're gonna like talk about it in our little friend group, and like, you know, maybe you might get punched, but you getting punched is gonna be way different than you getting a twisted tea like for the entire world to see and stuff. Like, so there are no just like I got hit in the face or like I, you know, didn't benefit from like I got hit in the face for talking shit. Instead, now you get hit in the face and now you're on World Star, and your lesson is a way different lesson than if your friends would have just been like, yo, you're gonna have to get socked for that.
Yo, shout out to that dude who was in the moment, realized he was going to have to do something because of the G code, looked down in his hand and realized the whole world was about to know that this fool drinks twisted tea. And he was like, man, that's why the world changed when they started putting the 40 ounces in those plastic bottles. In the old days, if there was somebody being mean to you in a parking lot, you'd be like, all right, I'm just going to go buy a 40 real quick and smash this dude in the head. But now you see what happens. They got plastic 40 bottles and twisted teas that won't even knock a dude out. He hit that dude square. If you have a cleft lip, he hit you right where your cleft lip would be. And right there in that little spot between your lip and your nose, that should knock everything out. Instead, all I did was open the can for him. It's just laying on the ground. Watch it 50 times. You'll see everything. That dude didn't punch anybody either. Hey, that's an hour, you guys. If you're listening to us for the first time on one of our new things, thanks for joining us, everybody on Pandora, iTunes, Stitcher. There's like 10 of them. If you're listening to this in India now, My friend Greg and my friend Josh are really awesome. You can find Greg at Gregory McKelvey on Twitter. And Josh is Shut Up Stupid 13. All right, I'm not playing that Nipsey Hussle until I buy the rights from it. So I'm just saying 5,000 G's.